It is so like loud over here. I got waves crashing like every second. So hopefully the audio comes out okay. So I decided to talk about this at a place that allows you to enjoy something like this the most. I wanted to take a moment and talk to you guys about owning something like an MX-5 Miata. If you don't know already, I own a 2017 ND1, and owning this car has probably been one of my most questionable decisions while also being one of my best. So let's get the obvious stuff out of the way. Owning a Miata, you sacrifice a lot, and you sacrifice things like space, obviously. I mean, it's a two-seater. And even in the trunk. Now, let's talk about the power. Everyone's standards nowadays, you have to have at least like 400 to 600. You're far from that with a Miata. With ND1, out of the factory, it's like 150 horsepower, and immediately a lot of people are turned off from getting the car because of that one number. I mean, every car has its downsides. So yeah, it's space, power. That's all I can really come up with that kind of sucks about the car. But now let's get into the good stuff. Let's start off with the weight of this car. It plays a lot of factors. It's like 2,200 pounds. That's like 700 pounds lighter than like an S2000. That's like a fourth of the weight of any BMW. It is a very nimble car. There's a lot of good things to talk about when it comes to owning a Miata. If you can just get past the practicality, the numbers, and you actually enjoy the actual driving experience, there just isn't enough words for me to really say about this car. Yeah, it sounds corny. This car kind of teaches you how to use what it does have to your advantage. I'm not saying you're gonna set better times on the track, something like a Supra, but this car does motivate you to develop what people call driver mod. I still got a lot of learning to do, but every single time I go for a drive, a spirited drive maybe, I learn something new. Whether it be technique or about the car itself, there's just so much to learn about these chassis. But with all that technical stuff aside, this car really shows you what fun actually feels like. You got the top-down experience, obviously, because these are convertibles, if you didn't know that. But it's just such a raw, empowering feeling, I guess. I'm not good with vocabulary. I've only owned this for a year, but every single drive, I got a smile on my face. There's been days where I wanted something like a Mark V Supra, because it's this, but just with a lot more. Every single drive, I'm reminded why I enjoy this car. And with this being my daily, I feel every ounce of that happiness every single time I start this thing up. So in summary, I love a lot of things about this car. And to that TikTok comment, I don't know if I really answered your question, but if you're unsure about getting something like a Miata or specifically an ND, just go test drive one and you'll figure out why I'm talking about it so highly. Highly recommend getting the manual though. Not against automatics or anything, but I don't think it offers the same thrilling experience. But this car was specifically made to be paired with a manual transmission. So yeah, there's some food for thought for you. So that's my little summary.